Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening. This is season 4 of Off Your Flosser podcast. Go to your social media and find us. Like, subscribe, follow. We're out there everywhere.
And you can also find us on offyourflosser.com. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Sandy Lee.
And you can go
floss yourself. Now, what were you saying about my background?
You ready for takeoff, Captain? Because the angle's a little bit different, and that's never looked more like a space shuttle in my life, dude. That's hilarious. It's the ladder, you know, because like on the space shuttle, they have to have a ladder to move around.
Yes, they just float through the holes in the ship. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what I was going to say was life is getting easier and easier. Okay. And here's what I'm thinking. So I saw a commercial for this. It's a one-wheel skateboard.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Okay, so cool, right?
It's a big fat wheel too, right?
Yes, so you can go through like over rocks and stuff. The problem I see with this is kids are losing the skill sets that we've developed as children. And they're not exerting the energy that they used to exert. Because when I was a kid, I had this, I don't even know where I got it, but I had this tiny like plastic skateboard, you know, and it was shaped like a goldfish or something. You remember those? It wasn't like a real bona fide skateboard. It was just this tiny little thing, and it was plastic. And I had to learn to balance on one leg while pushing with the other leg. Mm-hmm. Well, this one wheel, of course you can't do that, because as soon as you take one foot off, it'll like land in the dirt and you'd fly and break yourself. But
on the one wheel thing, right? Yeah.
It's motorized. So you don't have to push off, that I know of, or continue to make yourself go. You were your own engine. You were your own fuel. Now, lithium batteries and one wheel.
I would still say you still got to balance, because
yes,
one wheel it just sounds like skull cracking. That's when I hear a one wheel skateboard, I see multiple trips to the emergency rooms, arm slings, and head wraps. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm
picturing. That's just that'd totally be us, you know. If that was us, it would be a dumb thing to do.
Right. So do you remember when roller skates turned into roller blades?
Yeah, I was out of it by then.
Rollerblades changed the face of life for me in particular, because with roller skates, you hit a rock and you go tumbling. Rollerblades, the wheels were like more rounded. So if you hit a rock, sometimes the rock would just shoot off to the side. The roller skates were square, basically. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They were like little unmotorized Jeeps that you put on your feet.
Sure.
They had like fat white tires, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they were not as versatile. Like a Jeep goes up trails and stuff. Yeah. Roller skates just suck.
Yeah. No, I had some. Dude, I go back a little bit before you do. I remember the little cheese hole train track metal wheel joints that you adjusted to your size.
Shoes.
You gotta clamp them onto your regular shoe, and then
I had some of those.
Inevitably, those things would pop off, and you're hopping around,
and you're basically on a skateboard,
like a drunk princess. You know what I'm saying? With one foot, one shoe hanging off.
You definitely looked like a drunk princess, I'm sure.
And yeah, so those are, and it would. I don't know if the joke is they would spark, but
yeah,
it wasn't a smooth ride. He got metal wheels.
Right.
Put metal wheels on your car right now. Oh, like, yeah. You can hear, here comes a poor kid coming down the block. You know what I mean? And this was in a poor neighborhood. I would get teased. You know what I mean?
And then I was You're so poor. The poor kids call you poor.
They were like, look at this poor son of a gun. And but then I remember I had a pair of brown, can't believe I'm saying this publicly, brown boot roller skates, right? With like dark yellow wheels, like you know what color I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That amber
Yeah.
kind of. They weren't
Oh
see through,
yeah.
but they were dark yellow and kind of gummy. And dude, I got pretty decent on those, and you could go kind of fast on them. But then you had to
Yeah.
carry your shoes around, and it was just a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
Before we get too far, this is episode 162.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I went
Or 81
and
twice.
what's that?
Or 81 twice.
81 twice. Yeah, so we're reliving episode 81. I don't even remember what we said then.
No,
But
we should look it up.
I was trying to watch our latest episode on YouTube, and you came in, bam, crystal clear. You look like you're, you know, recording a video, and here I am. Sometimes the video would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So I actually should have just been on a space shuttle, because actually they probably have way better reception
They have better
than
Wi-Fi,
I do.
probably. They got satellites and
They
stuff.
have better reception on the moon, the dark side of the moon, than I do in this RV.
That's why I
What do
went
you think?
with the old camera today. Well, one, I didn't shave, so I look like a, it goes from, fresh shaven, right, which you're
Yes.
work ready. A day,
Yes.
day and a half to 2 days worth of growth where it looks kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now I'm at that stage where it's like, this guy's got a machete in his back pocket. You know what I mean?
Or Carlos had a binger last night, something like that.
Yeah, see, but I don't do that. So,
well, they don't know that.
Yeah, or it could be in my mind I'm thinking machete. Although we did have our Driven Dental marketing virtual Christmas party yesterday.
I saw that. Elijah posted about it.
And they mailed us. I don't know, can you see this? They mailed
a little
us
shot glass, Driven Dental.
Shot glass.
Nice.
And a little bottle of tequila. And
oh yeah.
But I was starving, dude, because that was like my 5th meeting yesterday, and I was like, "There's no way I'm doing a shot and a half of tequila on an empty stomach, dude." You know what I'm saying?
It'll tequila ya,
bro.
That's like an old joke. I feel like.
So it could be, it totally could be, but I kind of I poured some in there because I'm not a wuss, you know.
Right.
And then,
right. Of course not. No.
And it warmed you up. It gave you that warm and fuzzy feeling, like kind of quick. Yep. It was smooth.
That's what I'm at my best.
Little loosey
couple shots in,
joints,
little loosey goosey, saying things I probably wouldn't normally say, but they're not, crossing the line just yet.
A little saucy, a little salty, but
a little saucy.
And then we had chicken noodle soup, man. Now, it was chicken noodle soup, but like Puerto Rican style. Which, if you've never had it, I suggest you look it up. It's delicious. Okay. My wife murders that. Yeah, it's so good. I don't know. I've been feeling 100% recently, and like my
you got the vid?
It's like a sinus prayer. I don't think it's like my mom pronounces it Covy. I don't think it's Covy.
Coffee? I drink coffee all the time.
Like picture Covy.
Covy.
And I'm going to go see her this weekend, right? So I joke with her. I'm like,
yeah.
She goes, "Poppy, wear your mask." And I said, "Mom, you don't want me bringing you up some Covy?" She's like, no, don't come up here with that. So she's like scared, almost like paranoid with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's a little bit older, and she takes care of herself. So I get it. I get it. And just outside of New York, they had it bad last year. So so she's a little weird with it, but that's okay.
Right.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
Don't take no Covy.
No.
What's that?
We're leaving Covy wherever he is, but I'm not. Stay away from me too, bro.
I'm glad you called it a he, because we always get stuck with stuff. All the bad hurricanes are girl names. Katrina and
Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid. Yeah, that's bullcrap.
What's up with that?
It's about time you called COVID a man.
What happened to Typhoid Matthew? You know what I mean?
Right.
Mary's long lost
Matthew's
cousin.
got typhoid too. But no, you choose Mary. You choose Mary.
Yeah.
Mary didn't do nothing. Mary's
just
sitting in a corner behaving herself, and all of a sudden it's her fault.
Just because she was weird and unmarried at, 23 or whatever back in the day.
Jeez, what an old maid.
I know, what an old maid. I know. She had to be a vector of disease.
Right.
I don't even know if any of this is true. We're
Yeah.
historically we're making this up as we go along.
Oh, we totally make
So
like
fact
almost
checkers,
everything up.
relax. We know this is probably all bullshit. So,
Yeah.
but so how are you and how is the house? I need an
Ugh.
update.
I feel like it's turtle. The turtle, and we're not talking the tortoise and the hare turtle that beat the race type thing. We're
Yeah.
talking just turtle in winter that just stopped and hibernated or something. We didn't have anybody out Friday. The last 2 days, they've been doing some paint on the trim, not the walls yet. Did I tell you the story about the fireplace they had to take down?
No. Okay.
So I walk in and I was like, this looks a little. I go, what color is that grout gonna be when it dries? And he goes, oh, it'll be like that light brown, like the stuff outside. And I go, they were like 3/4 of the way done. I go,
well, I bet they hated watching you come through the house, bro. They're like,
I hated this whole situation.
Oh.
I go, oh gosh, it's supposed to be gray. Damn, it's supposed to be gray. And he like, the one guy over here, he's a younger kid. He like stopped and he looked at me with his face like, are you effing kidding me?
Wow.
So the one guy kind of stops. He didn't even look up at me. He just kind of stops. He looks at the fireplace that he's already done. And then he kind of turns to me and he goes, oh, this is the color they told us. And I go, yeah, we've had a few miscommunications with him before. But yeah, it's supposed to be gray. And then I kind of just stood there and they just kind of sat there for a minute. And he goes, okay, we'll make it right. And I was like, that's awesome. Even worse, though, that he was super nice about it. Because I would have felt a little bit better had he been like, this is ridiculous. Why would you? If he was a little angry at me, it would make me feel better. But he was not angry at all and very sweet about it.
Well, yeah. So that's a good thing to have. That he was, responsive.
He was a very professional businessman about it. Like, and I go, does this happen a lot? And he goes, not really, but sometimes it does. And then he proceeded to tell me he did the whole front side of a house in brick. And the owner came by and she goes, oh, that's the wrong brick. And he offered her basically materials for free if she just kept that brick. And she goes, no, that's the wrong brick. I can't. I would have taken that in a heartbeat. Had he said, I will give you the front of the house and the fireplace for free, I would have been like, keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Brown it is. Rip up the carpet. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like, whatever you got to do to make it,
yeah, I mean,
whatever.
Here's the thing. To me, on the outside, I've never built a house, right? I've always had whatever some other person picked.
Yeah.
But if I went through all the trouble of picking the colors and the this and the that, and then you walk in and it's something completely different, you'd be like, yo, what is this, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and that's kind of what I did. I was like,
I get it.
Stared at it for a second.
Well, yeah, and honestly, you were probably more polite than you're even saying, because
because I felt
I don't know
bad.
if I would be as polite, because I'm already a little frustrated that it's taking this long already. You know what I'm saying? I'd be already pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I feel like because I go for surgery next week.
Damn, dude.
And we don't have appliances in. We don't have plumbing and electric run completely. Like,
at this point, dude, I wouldn't even worry about it. Just
can I give you the guy's number so you can yell at him?
It's more of a visual thing. He's got to see me. Oh, I got to tell you something. Yeah, that happened the other night. It was crazy. Yeah, I would just plan on not rehabilitating there and call John's mom or something. You know what I'm saying? Get a hotel room.
I'm just gonna do it here,
bro. You're gonna be just a sore.
What?
You'd be sore, uncomfortable, grumpy
Yep.
mofo, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna make it work because I don't know.
Well, I'll say this, dude. If we were closer, you guys could camp out here for a week or two if you needed it, you know.
You're the
But
best, Carlos.
well, I'm sorry.
You know what my biggest fear about healing in this RV is?
What's up?
The dog's jumping on me.
Oh yeah.
Side note. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I haven't seen our friend.
So he might be gone. He finally said, "Hey."
I think we offended him. I mean, really.
We tried.
I think we offended him. And I was kind of getting used to him. He wasn't hurting nobody. He was staring forcefully.
Yeah.
But
it's like a stalker that knows to stay off your property, but he's hanging around on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like, dude, what are you doing here? You know?
Like, I'll see him outside the fence just staring. But I feel like, we talked about this last time, that he's prepping for something, like he's stalked long enough. He knows my routines.
Right.
He's drawing stuff. He's got 8 legs. So he's drawing the whole scheme using like several legs to get it all done. And then one day I won't be here when you send me the recording link.
I'll get a call from John and be like, "Did you hear what happened?" I'll be like, "No."
Freaking Herbert.
Spiders.
He gathered his army and like the movie
carried
300.
Her off. Dude, and they turn you into like Queen of the Spiders, dude. And then next time I see you, you're like, "Hey, Carlos, what's up, dude?"
I don't think that would be bad because it just goes back to what we said about having more arms. Yeah.
You know how much stuff you can get done?
Exactly. I think I would be the
hell.
best chef in the world, first of all, and hygienist, second of all, and cleaner upper.
We've always wanted extra arms too, right? So
I know we've talked about this several times.
Yeah. That might be a blessing in disguise, bro.
Yeah. All right, Herbert.
Bring it on, buddy. Bring on the the venom.
Bring on the army.
Yeah.
Make me your queen. Give me extra arms. That's all I want. Maybe a couple extra eyes. That's it. That's not too much to ask. I feel
imagine if you can see behind you, dude.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh, mercenary skills up the wazoo,
bro. That guy by the door back there. You're like, wait a minute. How did she see that?
Do what I've been doing for years. I mean, just kidding.
But the other night we go to Paneria, right?
Paneria?
Yeah, just me and my wife. We're hanging out. Order chicken soup, right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I haven't been feeling 100%.
Yeah.
And like a turkey sandwich or something with avocado.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah.
The food's not important, but we're sitting there.
I love avocado.
There's 4 dudes to a table, like behind my wife and to the right. And then
did they have a handgun, a pistol, a machine gun, and a shotgun?
No, but they were were talking about it. So another guy walks by, and I hear some aggressive tone talk.
Ooh,
and I thought I heard the F word, and I'm like, did I just hear the F word?
At Banana Arena?
Yeah, man. Where you can get a damn. Well, what did I get?
Summer bisque.
A pecan twist. You know what I mean? If you get tomato bisque, and a pecan twist, there shouldn't be gun talk, or thugs.
And F words.
So there's young guys. They look like they were college age kids, and then another dude who looked like he was like maybe in his heavy 20s, late 30s, right? But the guy had kind of like a tone and a pace of where it was like chemically induced. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So he looked a little crazy. He had the crazy eyes, right?
Right.
And so the guy that's sitting says something, and the guy that's walking by says something else, and they're going back and forth. And the sitting guy says, "Listen, man, just walk away. It's cool, And he goes, "What do you mean? I'll walk away?" He goes, and then they said something about shooting, right? The guy takes his glasses off, and he starts smacking himself in the side of the head, like hard. He's like, you think I'm afraid of you? And then the kid stands up, the chair comes flying, and it comes close to my wife. At that point, I get up, and I push her behind me, and we're walking out the other way. And then they kind of break it up. The guy leaves, and then...
Did you take your food with you?
No, we hadn't
Like,
gotten food yet.
hold on, get behind me. I'm grabbing the food.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my soup, dude. No, we haven't gotten food yet. So we just sat down, and all this is happening in Panera. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So as I'm walking by, the one kid says, he's lucky I didn't have my strap with me, which is slang
Code
for
word.
a bang, a gun, right?
A bang, bang.
And I was just like, what the hell is going on? And then I'm thinking, should we leave?
Yeah.
You know, should just leave? And I was like, you know, I think the crazy guy's gone. Everything's calm now, you know. So we went over to the other
words.
side. Yeah,
like you were gonna shoot somebody over words.
It's not like somebody's
crazy
wife was murdered or something. You know what I'm saying? Her mom got punched in the neck.
It's not like John Wick. You know,
dudes,
like they killed your beagle.
Just walking by. This whole situation is just a freaking nightmare. But yeah. So that's
So Panera's not even safe anymore.
You know, and I'm not blaming Panera for it because who can be upset over delicious, you know, artisan sandwiches
or bread bowl?
Yeah,
bread bowl of soup.
Yeah,
broccoli cheddar. Oh, and then they have that squash soup in the summer, or
they had
whenever it is.
they have turkey chili on the menu.
Oh yeah, I've had that too. You know, I just Panera. Whew.
And I'm like, what are these boys mad at? Sit down and have some soup. Playboy.
Like, did they have food in front of them? Maybe they were hangry.
Maybe the kids that were sitting, but the one guy I think was the main instigator, the crazy guy, the guy with the crazy eyes. And it's if you poke at anybody enough, you're gonna get a reaction. And he was just looking for trouble, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
he must have had a bad day.
Yeah, just weird, man. Weird stuff. But
did I show you this? I think I did. I think I'm gonna put this like, since I'm gonna be here for another month and a half, I'm gonna put this like up here.
Hell yeah, son.
Because that way I'm the cafe hygienist and people will know it.
When they see that, they'll know.
Right.
Oh, this must be the cafe hygienist that I've been hearing about.
Yeah, because who doesn't record with a coffee bar sign above their head if they're the cafe hygienist, you know? Oh, hey, shoot.
We joked about getting bobbleheads for, we should have bobbleheads of Charles and Elijah and Michelle, you know?
Yeah, they make them personalized.
So I looked it up and I sent this to Michelle. I was like, Michelle, check it out. And she's like, you would find this, right? $69, man, to have a bobblehead. Yeah.
To live in infamy?
To sit on somebody's desk? I think that would be kind of cool.
I mean, so I collect bobbleheads. I don't know if you knew that
about me. Office bobbleheads, yeah.
Basically The Office. No others are worth my time. However,
it's not really a collection.
If we had like Off Your Flosser bobbleheads or you know, personalized ones, I would put them in my collection. That's how cool that would be.
That would be totally cool.
It would. I mean, we got cups. All we need is bobbleheads, and then we've made it. I feel like that is the epitome of success.
That or someone actually buys a bobblehead with our picture on it. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's one person in the world that might do that.
Maybe you know, I think we might be surprised. I mean, if they were moderately priced, I think people would have just to make fun of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, and the did you get the email?
The
voting for the best dental podcast is back on.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Should we go for it, or are we still boycotting?
Do you want to go for it?
I mean, yeah, I guess we can. That way we can just put that little title underneath. You know, it's like going to school just for the credentials.
Like I had a joke where I go, I have a podcast. It's called Off Your Flosser, and they laugh. I go, no, seriously, that's the name of it. You know, it's pretty popular too. It's the number 4 rated podcast in dentistry. People laugh at that. I'm like, what's so funny? Out of 70, that's pretty good. And people are like, oh my God, he's serious, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, that means we're pretty good, we're pretty popular, but there's still a little room for improvement. And they were like,
and that's That's like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because when you're first, you got to like keep it up.
A lot of
They expect
haters.
more out of you.
Yeah.
I like
We don't
kind of
have any
cruising
more.
in there. You're not bottom of the barrel. You're in there. You can do just enough to skate by, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like when you make B's and C's, nobody expects you to make A's.
Yeah.
They don't expect that out of you.
To be the class president. They're like, oh, they're not pregnant and or in jail? So, yeah, they won. You know what I mean?
Valedictorian.
Yeah.
They have a C average, but everybody else is in jail and, expelled. So you win. Here's your trophy.
Enjoy your life.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
To
have a school so bad. I wonder if that exists. Like the valedictorian only got like B's and C's or something.
It might be, bro.
I was like in high school, I had to deal with a lot,
but I didn't live up to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel like that's the name of the game. Really striving for your potential. I didn't really have somebody pushing me to do more, to be more, that sort of thing.
Me either.
I was smart. Like, I mean, I got A's and B's without, really trying. Like, I didn't really study in high school. I didn't really study until hygiene school. I studied for boards and then some other stuff. But for the most part, I never really studied. I don't know, good genes or whatever, but I guess I could have been up there somewhere. I don't remember my rank, but I was like 30 something out of 160. So
my senior year, I was going half a day. I was working a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had the early release, so I can go. Early release sounds like prison. I got the early
the weekend release,
so I can go. Yeah, I was in the work study program, so I was out. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I was leaving. I could do. So it's like I didn't even go to school the last year. So
yeah, we had that.
I didn't care. I just wanted to get out of there and just go. And then
right.
I left for the Navy 2 weeks after graduation, and that was it.
Right.
And so yeah, good times.
I remember when I was I was pretty much at the bottom of the barrel, like emotionally and that stuff. I was going through, I don't know, a lot. And I failed algebra 2. And it's not like I didn't know, but I was like falling asleep in class. And I was like, I just didn't give a crap, And then I didn't take the final. The teacher came up to me and said, hey, he's a guy, teacher. He also taught like gym or something. Anyway, he goes, I'll let you make it up. If you just, come in on Wednesday at blah, 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 you can take the final. Nope, I didn't take the final. So I failed the class. And then the next semester I took it again and I got an A. So it's not like I didn't know the material. Yeah. I was just going through too much. And it wasn't a priority at all. I didn't care.
Yeah, I told you. Because of Frank King, I failed world history in high school. Because I was up staying up late watching Johnny Carson. So thanks, Frank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Blame Frank.
So I would leave school, go to work, then leave work and go back to school. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. My night school teacher was hilarious.
Your what school?
My night school teacher.
Oh, yeah?
There were kids from other schools that were making it up there,
Oh, wow.
So we had like an eclectic blend of people and people that needed to graduate and for whatever reason they got into some trouble or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they were a fun group, man. And I remember I told you he would play videos of This Old House with Bob Vila. Remember?
Oh my gosh.
He goes, if anybody comes in and asks, because we're studying, turn of the century architecture. And we're like, you got it, dude. And half the people would be asleep,
Have you seen that? It's a video of a kid in high school. He has like really long hair and he's basically getting up and leaving the classroom. The teacher told him to get out.
You got to make the kids want to learn. And he starts scolding the teacher.
If you want us to learn, you got to teach the material in a way that makes us want to learn. And, like...
The kid was deep. I think he smoked a bit of weed, but he knew what he was talking about. He was a smart kid.
Yeah.
And some teachers...
I agree.
I don't know if I could be a teacher with how disrespectful kids are. I like kids, but I don't like kids.
No.
And
I almost became an English teacher. Thank God I became a dental hygienist.
I know, right? I just found something else out. So when you were a kid, what did you
Mhm.
want to be when you grew up?
Oh,
Let's
I
end
wanted
on
to be
that.
a
Let's end on that. What did you want to be, and why didn't you be that thing?
I wanted to be a cartoonist or an animator. Like top goal was animation for Walt Disney. If not a cartoonist, that was my thing.
Can you draw?
Um, oh yeah, like I used to draw all the time. And I was decent at it. You know,
I
if
didn't know that.
I feel like if I had honed my skills, um, I probably would have been able to, you know, be a starving artist at least.
Sure.
I remember in the fourth grade, they had a drawing contest, and I feel like it was a Ninja Turtle drawing contest. Drawing Ninja Turtles was like my jam, because I was
You've
real
told me
big into
this.
them. You know,
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. That. And I drew one, and this kid in my class, a boy, looked at it and he goes, "That is not good at all." But here's the thing, he was also doing this drawing contest. So I didn't enter because he said I sucked.
We should have psyched
And
you out, son.
what I'm discovering now as an adult is that he did that because he felt threatened, because I saw his drawing and it was not good. But I'm never
Trash.
going to say that to somebody. I mean, that's just wrong.
Yeah, play
So his
dirty,
parents
son.
went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
And now he's probably in prison because of that
Or
Ninja
running a
Turtle.
company based on lies and bullshit. You know what I mean?
Like Enron or something. Maybe that was the guy. I don't know.
He's crashing cargo ships into into whatever
Yes.
icebergs.
Oh,
Ugh.
speaking of cracking stuff, I got caught on TikTok last night. Not caught, but I got caught up in TikTok last night of uh worst drivers. You ever sat there and watched like
Dude, I've spent hours watching that on YouTube, crying
yes.
because how horrible are some people
Uh
making a left turn from the right lane, that kind of stuff.
and then yeah, somebody's there. Oh god, hello. There's a whole other lane there. But there was one where the tractor trailer is going over train tracks. And I guess for some reason they were caught up somehow, like a car in front of them, I don't know, slowed down, whatever. So they're on the tracks and the back end of the trailer gets smashed. And my thought is, first of all, if you know that your hind end is sitting on a railroad track, just go
Bro,
straight. Just go straight to get off the track. But I feel like
people are
when you
stupid, man.
have when you have a package that just never shows up, and or it's like in transit and then all of a sudden you don't get any more updates for a couple weeks,
Yeah,
that's probably what's going on. Train tracks and dumb drivers.
people trying to, you know, Frogger
Ugh,
across the damn train track and
yes.
mistime it.
Oh,
Dude,
Frogger, that was a good game.
I've never seen anything that I've seen videos of it. People getting
Yeah, I haven't seen
cars just
anything
getting
in real
smashed.
life
But
like that.
I don't want to see that because it's not pretty. A train doesn't slow
Mm-mm.
down. I don't know what it weighs, but it weighs a lot, and
And it
it
takes a really
destroys.
long time to stop.
It's like the Russian in Rocky Four. It destroys whatever it hits. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, you don't want to be
Ugh.
around when that happens.
Have you ever
I
seen a major accident? I've never seen a major accident. I've seen one where this
what do you mean by
dude,
major?
like, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, they're dead, or something like that, or close. But what
I've seen
surprises
stuff
me,
happen in front of me several times where nothing major, but cars
yeah,
are leaking and or sliding and they almost hit you. I've
oh
been
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought I
I've
was gonna
never
get hit a few
been,
times.
I've never caused an accident, nor have I been in one, too major. Like I got rear-ended once 20 years ago, but nothing crazy. Um, but a lot of these accidents that you're looking at, like they have a backwards dash cam. They catch these people like looking down, and then all of a sudden they look up and you see their face go, oh, and then
Yeah,
smash.
yeah. Some of the
Like,
nicer dash cams come with two of them. So you have a rear
that's
camera, a rear
nice.
facing camera. Yeah,
Mm. I should get one of those. Because, I mean, I feel like everybody's going to have some sort of incident at some point. Hopefully not major, but.
But it's a good way to defend yourself too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Like if there
well,
is
you
an accident,
said,
or you might catch video
she
of
said,
another accident and be able to help, the person who's.
or a minimum, put it on YouTube and make fun of it.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
things that happen.
That's probably the best thing to do.
Oh, I gotta get a new one. Mine kind of just started sketching out, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised at you, Mr.
Why?
Tech Man, that you haven't gotten a new one yet.
I know I gotta get another one. I just, but I like them just for. They come out automatically when you start driving, and if you're at a light and somebody hits you, and they're like, "Oh, well, you
Mm-hmm.
went through the red," or what? I mean, just a simple thing like that can just.
Right.
Here's the proof. Boom. You know what I mean? Problem solved.
Right.
But it also
Yes.
tracks you. So if you're speeding or doing something crazy, it'll catch
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? So
It'll tell on you.
it'll keep you it'll keep you honest for sure.
Yes.
Is what I wanted to be. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, let's circle back to that because I totally forgot.
Yeah, no, we went down a rabbit hole.
You know how we do. You know how we do, people. This is what we do.
I wanted to be three things, right? I either wanted to be a physician, a doctor, right?
Yes.
A boxer, or like a gangster from like the mafia movies,
Which of these things would actually help you make a living without hurting yourself?
Probably the doctor.
Probably doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. And had the brains, didn't have the motivation or the money. And that's still no excuse. And that's all my fault. You know what I mean? So I didn't follow up through with that. I used to take boxing lessons and do it when I was a kid. And, like
I remember your mom made you stop.
Yeah, after the third or fourth week coming home with a bloody nose, I'm like, Mom, but I made $100. She was like, Nah, you're not. You're leaking out of your face,
Yes.
And, yeah, and I'm afraid to go to prison. So there goes the gangster lifestyle.
Yep. Check that off the list.
So boom, next best thing, hygienist, son.
Yeah, next best thing under a doctor. I feel like now as an adult looking back, had I had the influence and encouragement and a little bit better of a personality that really gave me that drive, I feel like I would have done either heart or brain surgery because I really love like that medical type stuff. Blood doesn't freak me out. I'm really good under pressure, that sort of thing. But hygienist, next best thing. So
So if you can go back in time as yourself, like in disguise, and talk to your weird 15-year-old self, you know what I mean, on that little tiny baby skateboard, and impart some sort of influence, is that what you would tell her? Say, hey, focus, leave the boys alone.
Yeah, I wasn't really into boys until much later anyway, but I feel like I wouldn't have been able to do a one-stop shot at talking to myself. I was the type that needed that constant encouragement that, let me hold your hand for a bit. Let's create this good rapport with each other and then start learning from me. Watch what I do. Encourage yourself. Like, watch what you think, because those thoughts turn into words turn into actions, that things, and it ends up being your character. I think it says that whole saying. Had I had the opportunity to have somebody in my life earlier on that took me under their wing or something like that, and I did have somebody that really, really was influential, but maybe it was too late. I don't know, because you develop some sense of personality and your go-getterness, if that's a word. I feel like you get that kind of early on, or if it's ingrained or something. I don't know, but I just know one-stop shot wouldn't have done it for me. Knowing myself.
So you got a time machine, dude, so you can do it multiple times,
or just stay there for a while.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would have listened because I was just kind of dumb. Not dumb. I don't know. I was unfocused and I was always trying to chase girls. So I don't know if I would. If it was
it's them women.
If it was a lady talking to me, then I probably would have paid attention.
Right.
But I do try to give pep talks to kids when I see them and they're doing a great job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I told you about the time I went to Chipotle and the kid, it wasn't like he gave me extra whatever, but he was super professional and super polite. You know what I mean?
Right.
So afterwards, I asked the lady, I said, listen, is the manager here? She goes, yeah. I said, can I talk to him? She's like, what's wrong? I go, no, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. She's like, all right. So she went and got him. And I said, that kid right there? She goes, yeah, what did he do? I said, nothing. He was fantastic. I said, so whatever he's doing, have everybody else follow him.
Yeah, and, make him a leader.
Yeah, make him, So he was like, thank you, sir. And I was like, yeah, thank you, buddy. Good luck with everything. You know what I mean? And the kid, you could tell he was trying his ass off. And hopefully he didn't let Chipotle beat him down because that's really a soulless job. You know what I mean? But I think
fast food
as a young
general.
person, you need to have those jobs to motivate you to move on.
And they call it an entry-level type job.
But I always try to give kudos when there's a job well done, and everybody complains, but nobody says, hey, this guy did a great job. You know what I mean? So everybody likes to talk trash, but very few people give a thumbs up when somebody does a great job. So and
it's so much easier to run down the negative road.
Yeah, I go out of my way to do it. And my family's like, dude, come on. I'm like, no, man, because this kid needs to know. You know what I mean?
I've done that before too.
Yeah, so just let them know. So if somebody does a good job, let them know. They'll need to hear it, especially around this time of year, because if you're working retail, it's gonna suck, man. You know, no matter where you work, Hobby Lobby, Best Buy, freaking McDonald's, whatever.
Right.
Anyway,
well, this was a very challenging episode. Like you're challenging everyone, our listeners, to be better, do better. 'Tis the season to do better anyway.
Yeah,
so
you don't have to give people money, but give them a little bit of love and support, or throw a couple dollars at them. I had a lady come up to me at the parking lot at Best Buy the other day. Was it Best Buy? It doesn't matter. But anyway, her and her kid, and they looked like they were doing too hot. She goes, sir, he had a sign, and I don't know if she spoke English or whatever, but
yeah.
I go, yeah, man. So I went through my, I had a couple fives. I gave her $10. I said, listen, good luck. Take care. God bless. And then I don't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully they get enough money to keep the lights on or get some food in them, and everything's so expensive nowadays. So I don't know, man. Just give if you can. I'm not saying, and be a human, I guess. Yeah. I feel like I'm lecturing now. I'm sorry, guys.
That's our PSA episode where we're giving you just all these little nuggets of life lessons that we've learned along the way.
Yeah, if that means anything. But I know you got to go, Sandy. So
I do.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right.
162.
So episode 162, yes. So this will air just after my surgery, I guess. So no.
This week.
Oh, this week, yeah.
Yeah. This is coming out, Friday, Saturday.
And then and then we'll record one more episode, and then I'm going to be out. So Carlos is going to be on the prowl for a couple, maybe some guest co-hosts. Does that sound, should I say, he's stalking some co-hosts. No, that's even worse. He's creeping. No.
People are going to start dropping us, left and right. We're like, Carlos are stalking people. What's going on?
Yeah. Creepy stalker. That's
I'm going to reach out to
a
couple people to see if they want to guest star, so
yeah.
Not fill your shoes, just hold your spot till you can talk and laugh again,
Yeah, because you're stuck with me, buddy. Sorry.
I know. It's all good. Anyway, listen, don't stress and don't worry about the house.
Yep.
Just, all right. Just, we're going to be fine.
It is what
and
it
guys,
is.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
162 in the books.
Yep.
Thank you. Go floss yourselves.
Yep. Go floss yourselves. We're everywhere. Go find us.
Please. Take care, guys.
Peace.